Good evening. Welcome to the weekend. The day is November 18th, Friday, 8 p.m. East African time. And remember, it's only a day to the World Cup in Qatar. We've got you covered on the final preparations as well as the World Cup special right here in the studio with the rush at exactly 9 p.m. And of course, we have all the day's stories. Now let's get into it. And the hashtag to use is Lookuptv. Nancy Nelima right here. And stay with me as I bring you up to speed with the latest that has happened today. Serisi Member of Parliament John Oluke has been released on a 10 million shilling cash bill pending the hearing of an appeal against the 67-year jail term imposed by Anti-Corruption Court. Court of Appeal judges Aseke Mahandia, Grace Ngenye and Sankale Olekantai delivered the ruling allowing Oluke's application to be released on bail terms pending the hearing of his appeal against the jail term imposed by the Anti-Corruption Court. In matters of security, as the government continues to strengthen security in the country, police officers from Tigoni, Kiambu County on Friday seized more than 2,600 mobile phones believed to be used in defrauding Kenyans, especially from Kiambu and Nairobi counties. The police say Kenyans have so far been defrauded about 60 million by the scammers.
Often heard of cases where Kenyans have been called by people pretending to be customer care, asking for sensitive information like their ID number or bank details. And in the end, their money somehow disappears with no one knowing exactly what happened. Well, police officers from Tigoni in Limuru, Kiambu County on Friday seized over 2,600 mobile phones alleged to have been used to perpetuate this crime.
These assorted types of phones, as we are seeing there, you can see we have the X make and also Nokia phones. These phones are suspected as the ones which have been used to con people of their money by the fraudsters.
Kiambu Police Commander Paminas Mushangi, while confirming the incident, said that the thugs managed to burn some of the phones before his officers arrived.
Part of them had already been burned down, so what we have been able to recover is 2,000 pieces, and another over 1,000 pieces are already burned down using petrol. And also we have been able to recover 2,000 changes, and you can see they are all new. And in addition, we have also been able to recover these counter books, the ones which they were using to keep record. Looking at the whole issue, you can see it's around 60 millions, which has been defrauded from different Kenyans. People have been hearing that they are on CRMB because of the loans which were taken or which they loaned from the bank, and they don't know how.
The criminals are yet to be arrested and investigations are ongoing. Astonishingly, records kept by the scammers show that they have scammed about 60 million in total. Priskanjari, Lookuptv.
Thank you, Priskanjari, for that update. Moving on, business people in Eldoret are counting losses following a running battle between hawkers and Uasin Gishu County askaris on Thursday. The scuffle brought business to a standstill. The riots resulted in looting of goods of unknown worth and destruction of property. The story was produced by Edwin John Mokora.
This was the scene in the streets of Eldoret town, the aftermath of a running battle that ensued between hawkers and county askaris on Thursday. Business is still not back to normalcy, as stores and shops remain closed with heavy security manning the area. The riot on Thursday that led to looting forced the officers of the law to lobby tear gas canisters to disperse the agitated hawkers and street families. Uasin Gishu County Commissioner Edison Nyale and Deputy Governor John Barrott have condemned the riots, promising a safe business environment in the town as they pledged to root out all the criminals terrorizing the residents.
Vile mpaka governor aliongelea kuhusu hiyo jambo. Lakini mimi nataka niulize swali moja. Kwa sababu governor aliamuka hapa saa 9 na simulimuona. Na akasema ya kwamba watu waendelee kufanya kazi na mtu asisumbuliwe. Lakini tunataka tuulize swali moja. Kwa nini governor kama hayuko ndio hii vita inatokea? Lakini akiwa hakuna vita.
Ni mambo ya bang bang. Sasa wameingilia mpaka na sisi wa mama ya soko. Ngaje saizi vile governor, deputy governor ameongea. Na hata sisi wengine pia tumeathirika. Wametunyang'anya vitu zetu na wameenda nazo. Hizo vitu zetu zitarudi kivipi? Ndio sisi pia tuko na hisia tunalalamika. Hao wamelalamika ndio. Na sasa sisi pia wafanyabiashara mama ya mboga pia tunalalamika, vitu zetu mingi zimechukuliwa, wametunyang'anya. Na hawajaturudishia.
But the big problem is, even when they are saying they want to make their duties in 1 week's time, so that we come to occupy again. Our problem is they locked the market tonight when our food is already inside and they are perishables. So we don't know what we'll do with those things that are inside there. They have not helped us. They could have told us we remove the stuff that is there, then we look for the alternative. But here we are having bananas, we have oranges, we have avocados, which cannot last that much days that they are saying.
The county government has further closed down 64 Champions Market so as to continue with the crackdown on criminals. So far, 200 persons have been arrested due to Thursday's riots, while 19 were arraigned in court on Friday.
The much popularized Hustler Fund will be in operation from the 30th of this month after its official launch by President William Ruto. In a press statement, the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Cooperatives, Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Simon Chelugui, says Kenyans will be able to apply for and access the personal finance on their funds at an interest of 8% per year. Chelugui says already a committee is in place to operationalize the fund for the benefit of Kenyans.
Days after President William Ruto announced that the much-famed Hustlers Fund will be in operation from 1st of December this year, Cabinet Secretary in the Ministry of Cooperative, Mr. Simon Chelugui, now says Kenyans will access personal finances once the head of state launches it on 30th of this month of November. Kenyans will apply and access the fund on their mobile phones.
We will work with people, will work with their phone numbers. They will use the short code which will take them to a certain menu which will lead you all the way to completion of the application and submission. And the same response will follow the same process in returning back, in loading the money in your phone.
As indicated by the head of state, the fund will attract interest rates of 8% and will target Kenyans at the lowest pyramid of the economy.
The other issue that we are trying to, or a target that government is trying to achieve, is to attract and mentor and bring many Kenyans as possible into the financial bracket. We are promoting digital penetration through lending. We are also promoting financial literacy because these products will come with training, education, capacity building, and mentorship.
The CS has lauded the fund as revolutionary, noting it will help address the problem of unemployment in the country.
On November 30th, the President will launch the personal finance product. The other products will be launched at a later date with specific product features, the amount and the range. In the personal finance product, between 500 shillings and 50,000 will be available for lending. It will be repaid in 14 days and the 8% interest rate will be calculated on pro rata basis or on a daily basis.
Responding to concerns about the amount being distributed, the CS notes these figures were arrived at to ensure many Kenyans have access to the fund.
Every hustle counts, every coin counts. No money is little and no money is big. It depends on how you take it. I know of people in this town or in Kenya who borrow even 100 shillings, who borrow money to do fish frying. They are involved in shoemaking, they are hawking, they are selling groceries, and they want to move from hawking to a mini shop, from a mini shop to a grocery, from a grocery to a supermarket. So we are supporting them from their lowest level and helping them grow.
Chelugui has issued a stern warning to cartels who will target the funds that they will face the law. He has also dispelled rumors that genuine borrowers will be slapped with hefty penalties if they default on their loans, saying established penalties are reasonable.
We have seen media reports claiming that loan defaulters will be fined up to Kenya shillings 10 million. There is no such a thing. The penalties outlined in the regulations, which is the normal PFM regulations, target fund officials who may embezzle or misappropriate or misapply the funds.
The fund will surely offer the much-needed financial boost to many Kenyans. Henry Tende, Lookuptv.
Thank you, Tende, for that coverage. President William Ruto, on his day two of the coast region, vowed that his government is committed to boosting the industrial sector with the goal of creating more job opportunities for the youth in the country. Speaking on Friday during the official opening of Devki Steel Mills Integrated Steel Plant in Kwale County, President Ruto said the government will pursue policies that will spur a series of investments in the country. He assured investors of the government's support, including the abolishment of punitive levies and taxes. The chairman Devki Group of Companies, Narendra Raval, lauded the government for its revolutionary policies that he said will drive business growth in the country.
We have agreed with Kenya Association of Manufacturers, we have agreed with our industry that we are going to move our contribution of industrialization from the current 7% to 20% by 2030. That is why they have adopted that it is going to be 20 by 30. That is the program. Sasa ni nafasi yetu kutimiza ile ahadi ya sehemu ya wananchi wa taifa letu la Kenya.
We take a short break right here on Look Up Weekend, but we have so much more on the other side, including a lot of sporting action. Don't go too far.
Iso Properties Limited bado tunakutangazia Lanet Oasis Nakuru City. Ploti hizi ni za 50 by 100 na ni mita 500 tu kutoka kwenye barabara ya lami. Lanet Oasis kuna maji na stima, barabara za maram na ni karibu na shule ya Anesta Boys. Eneo hili lina usalama wa hali ya juu. Ploti ya 50 by 100 tunakuzia shilingi milioni 1.6 na hii ndio fursa ya mwisho na bei hii. Tutembelee ofisi zetu hapa jijini Nakuru Tower 1 Building, orofa ya 3 au wasiliana nasi kupitia nambari 0758 707 050 au tuma neno Lanet kwa nambari 21404. Iso Properties Limited, a culture of trusts.
Welcome, you're watching The CEO. On this show, where we invite masters, captains of industry.
It's all about working in teams. Customers are happy. It's a good month. The markets are good. I mean, those are very exciting moments.
Ladies and gentlemen who tell us where and how to find money and put money in our pockets and how to go about doing business in the best possible way.
For me, I'm not serving myself. I'm serving community.
Welcome back. This is Lookup Weekend, coming to you across all the social media platforms at Lookuptv on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube channel. And of course, you can engage with us. Keep your comments coming in. I'll be sampling them at the tail end of this bulletin. Moving on, UDA's National Elections Board has announced it will hold nominations for various candidates eyeing seats in the by-elections on 30th November this year. The board's chair, Anthony Nganga has assured all aspirants that the nominations will be conducted in a transparent manner and will be free and fair. He, however, notes that the party has established a dispute resolution committee to solve concerns arising from the nominations.
We are going to conduct our nominations on 26th November from 6 in the morning to 5 in the evening. And we have allowed our aspirants to have agents all the time. And after the counting, we are going to give them a form whereby if they are satisfied, they are going to record the number of votes one has gotten and they sign against that form. And if anyone will be having a dispute, we have got our dispute resolution mechanism, which will start on that 26th to that 1st. We have to do and get everything right. So we have agreed on how to conduct ourselves. There will be no violence, especially violence against women. And we have stated categorically, violence will lead to automatic disqualification.
And residents of Kakamega County have raised their concerns about the increase in insecurity and attacks in the area. They're now calling on the government to swing into action and solve the problem that has so far led to the death of 2 guards.
Residents woke up to the murder of the 2 watchmen who are reported to have been attacked by thugs during the night when they were on duty. Eric Masafu and Elder at the market raised concerns about the ongoing murders, calling upon the police officers to intervene in the matter and help protect the lives of the people living in Kakamega.
Ni kama walimuvuta kutoka kwa kupenyana Linda na akakuja akamaliziwa katika biashara ya samaki. Na kwangu kama kiongozi wa soko, I believe tunapeana polisi 21 days. Tunawapea 21 days, kama hawatakuwa wamepata solution ya hii mambo, italazimisha tuende kwa barabara.
Masafu insists that they will be forced to take matters into their own hands if the police do not swing into action.
Nasema kwamba tumewapea 21 days. Sisi hatuangalii kinaendelea Nairobi, sisi hatuangalii kinaendelea Mombasa, sisi hatuangalii kinaendelea Nakuru. Tunaangalia tauni yetu. Na bwana governor, muda tumekupatia. Nisamee, mimi ni mtu wako, lakini nisamee ndio kuambia ukweli. Muda tumekupatia. Umeweka cabinet in place. Tunaomba tafadhali ingilia kwa hii mambo ambayo tunalia.
The residents of Kakamega say that the attacks have been on the rise, leading to many lives being lost in the area.
Tulikuwa na matanga kila saa Muro Garden, kila saa mwisho tukakuwa pale hivyo. Sisi wenyewe tulienda tukafanya mambo yetu, tukahamisha mtu, hali ikakuwa mzuri. Sasa hii hali nyingine imekuja sasa hivi. Hali ya hata saa hizi tunapoongea, saa hizi tunapozungumuza, tunajua ya hapa na ya huko Malemba, kuna mwingine pale Pefa amekatokata, yuko kwa hospitali. Mkienda huko kwa hospitali mtapata yuko hali ya maututi, hapa Pefa amekatokatwa.
The brutality has so far seen 15 watchmen losing their lives in less than 3 months.
Ni wachache. Kwa hivyo wapatie nyumba 10 nguvu na wananchi ambayo tusaidiane. Kwa ajili polisi ni wako wachache. Hawezi kuwa Shirambi au kuwa Malemba huko, kwa sababu ukitembea barabara hii utakutana na.
Insecurity has become a bane for Kenyans across the country, with the government promising to deal with those that are threatening the lives of innocent Kenyans across the country. Mitaru Ann, Lookuptv.
Thank you, Mitara, for that story. Now, a 58-year-old widow is crying for justice after a known arsonist razed down her house in Minor Village in the outskirts of Nyahururu town, Laikipia County. The widow has claimed that her property has been haunted by unknown people for a while now and is now seeking police officers to dig deep into the investigations, stating fears for her life.
This is the place where Margaret Wamboi used to call home, but now what remains of it are burnt pieces of wood and iron shades. A place she called home was razed down by unknown arsonists. Seated on a place of stone, Wamboi is in disbelief. She left her home and came back to none. Margaret Wamboi sells vegetables at Nyahururu Market. On the morning of November 14th, she went about her duties at the market looking for her daily bread, only to receive a phone call later from a police officer bearing news that her house had been burnt down.
Kufika saa 2:40 nikasikia simu nimepigiwa. Nikaulizwa habari mama Mwangi, nikasema mimi ni mzuri. Sasa nikaulizwa unajua ni nani unaongea na yeye? Hapana, ni ofisa Shege. Haya, sasa ulitoka kwako saa ngapi? Nitoka saa 2 asubuhi. Haya, uliasha nani? Niliasha Mwangi. Sasa nikaulizwa lakini si ripoti umepata? Nikasema hakuna ripoti yoyote nimepata. Sasa nikaambia kwako kumeshomeka. Saa hii uko wapi? Nikasema mimi niko town Nyahururu. Nikaambia kuja haraka kwako kumeshomeka.
She narrates how she just lost her domestic animals 2 months ago in an astonishing manner, stating that 2 years ago she experienced a similar situation where her expectant cow was also killed.
Hapa nikishuga kuku, nikiasha kwa boma, ninakuta kuku imepewa sumu. Nikitupa hizo makuku, hakuna hata munyama hata moja anakula. Inaosea hapo hata mafupa. Kwa hivyo inakuaga inapewa sumu kali. Nilikuwa tena na masungura ingine kubwa sana. Na hiyo masungura naye ikapewa pia sumu. Nayo ikakufa. Kwa hivyo hapa nimeangamishwa sana.
She's only left with questions without answers as to who will be haunting her and her property. The widow has expressed fear for her life following the fateful events that have been befalling her in the recent past, and has now asked well-wishers and the government to help her relocate or get another home away from the village.
Hali ya maisha yangu sikai vizuri juu kanyumba Kenya nilijengea kijana yangu wakati alitahiri. Hiyo kanyumba ndio nimeingia, nikaambia yeye aombe usigisi kwa vijana wenzake. Sasa mimi hata sina nguo, sina hata sufuria yenye ninaweza pikia, sina chakula, kila kitu ilichomewa kwa nyumba, hata bego nilikuwa nimenunua ya kupanda nikajiwekea, hata hizo zilichomewa kwa nyumba, yani kila kitu ya nyumba ilichomewa hapa. Kila kitu ilichomwa, mimi nilibaki na ile nguo ilikuwa kwa mwili.
Susan Njeri, Lookuptv.
Right, and now to some sporting action. 7 matches are set to be played in the FKF Premier League this weekend. Ulinzi Stars will host 12-time champion AFC Leopards at the Ulinzi Sports